Ni hao. Welcome to Culture on Tap. It's Chinese for hello. Welcome to Culture on Tap. This is our Monday Get to Know You. None of y'all commented last week. I did Italian. I said ciao. Y'all just act like that's what I say all the time.
You didn't say like babada boopy?
I don't know what that means.
That's Italian.
Oh, well, there you go.
Continue.
Stop it. I'm literally Googling how to say hello in different languages before we get on. So
I liked your accent.
Yeah, you liked it. Was
it
strong.
sounded authentic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So welcome to Culture on Tap. So glad you're here with us today. We are here again. To my left, my immediate left, is Paul Sandlin. He is still with us. He'll be with us next few weeks. And then on the other side of him is Xavier Bright. And then off camera, as usual, is Range Joseph Armitar. So glad you're here with us today. As we do our Get to Know You, just a reminder that this week we will be having our regular show on Wednesday. Podcast comes out at 2 p.m. and our YouTube comes out at 4 p.m. This week we'll be talking about Paul and Becca. His wife will not be on here with us, but Paul will be talking about their adoption story. We do love to talk about adoption on here, and theirs is a really awesome one to talk about. So he will be sharing that, and we'll be asking him questions on that. So please chime in, watch in, whatever you want to do in, subscribe and like, all of that for that. So
all right,
let's get jumping on our Get to Know You this week. So we always talk about things we love about Disney. So this week,
are we copying?
No, I just want to see it.
Copying our answers.
When you homeschool, you wonder
who was I cheating off of?
Don't be copying.
What do you mean when I homeschool? Who was I cheating off of?
That's what I'm saying. When you're homeschooled, you don't get to cheat, so you just first chance you got. You just have to look at stuff.
All right.
So, question this week is we always talk about positive things we love about Disney. So, top 3 things you do not like about Disney, not like the overarching company, because we could go.
We can go.
Yeah, we can go real deep.
So we're just talking about the theme park experience.
Okay.
So we'll start with
property. Can we do property? Because one of mine isn't necessarily in the theme park, but it's on Disney property.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's travel. Like not,
okay.
I don't want to get into their theology.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, want me to go first?
Sure.
Prices.
I mean,
they hadn't
gotten lower.
Lord have mercy. Yeah. And the bad thing is that I'm still okay with paying it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to pay it.
The tickets are a car payment a day.
These prices, by far, is just like, Lord have mercy. Help me.
Yeah.
Help me.
I would 100% agree. I mean, I knew one of you would say prices before it got to me. But, yes, the prices are atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still paying it.
Still going to pay it.
Yeah.
So.
I have to say, and they're one of my favorite things too, but like the employees, like the workers. Like
really?
Yes. I've had some.
Whoa.
We've had a few scrapes with some folks who've been straight up like discriminatory. We've had some, we've had some times.
I think it might just be you. I have never.
Disneyland it was like that for me.
Disneyland's a different beast. Like out there in California, they do not have the magic.
For me. I mean, it was a couple of times in Disneyland, but
never once at Disney.
Not in Disney World.
Yeah, no. Wow. We got like almost escorted out of the Lion King ride. Or Lion King show. Lion King show.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, yeah. I did not feel like I was a part of the circle of life.
Well,
I did not feel seen, heard, or loved.
I would say if I was doing this show right now with cast members said 3 things you don't like about guests, they'd probably say Paul Sandlin.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
like,
if it can be a 2-way street, that's, I like to know where I stand with people and where they stand with me.
So my first one, would probably be, this is specific to Florida, weather. The weather for California is 20 times better. Very rarely get rain. Florida, I don't know that I've ever
I was wearing a windbreaker in June in Disneyland.
That's not just
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like dry.
Could you, I can't, there's very few trips I've made to Disney World where there hasn't been at least one day where rain got me.
Yeah.
And in the summer, it's unbearable. it's not bad in the winter. Like we're going to Thanksgiving, the weather's nice, but like there's like a 3-month window there.
Yeah.
Where it's not just death.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Down in the swamp.
Down in the swamp.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, weather. So what you got, Range?
So for me, absolutely the restaurant at Disney Springs that said they were going to sell me some ribs.
Ah, yes.
And, and
What happened?
they give me these little nasty meatballs that were not ribs
Again.
at all. And it was, that restaurant needs to be shut down, moved out.
First of all, you were going about this. So first of all, this would be another one we asked cast members. They'd say Range. We went to STK, so we were doing just like a drink food crawl around Disney Springs. We went to
Won't go there.
STK.
So we were having like just appetizers at
Like just
different,
just
different
dropping
spots.
in.
Yeah.
And he saw a thing that said rib croquette. You know what a croquette is?
Yes, yeah.
And he goes,
Not a rib. Not a bone.
No.
He didn't know that.
he goes, I'll take the rib croquette. Well, I couldn't. Like, I was like, hey. He goes, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
It
No,
comes.
they took that off first, chewed it, put it back together, and then
No.
baked it for you.
Now they fed it to the pig that they took it off of
Yeah.
and then put it on my plate.
That was
That
beautiful.
one had extra
That
look
was-
for sure.
It came out
was
on his plate, and he goes,
beautiful.
he literally goes, hey, partner, I ordered. He said, I ordered the rib.
Yeah.
And he goes, and like we're in this is a nice restaurant. He goes, sir. He goes, sir, this is the rib. He goes, huh? Now we're
Yeah, he said, raise that. I played croquet before. And
Exactly. Exactly.
That was a good one.
It was beautiful.
No,
That
it was
was
lots
beautiful.
of lots of things, but beautiful.
It
Not.
was beautiful because that's the same day with the Everglazed.
Yeah,
It was just a
was
nice,
a whole
it
great
was
day.
just a beautiful day.
It was. So and I was trying to get that out so fast I forgot. I'd also agree with the prices.
yeah,
So.
of course.
Go ahead.
All right. So my next one, let's my next thing I don't like about Disney would probably be the way they make you feel when you're not with someone that's like DVC or something. So like most of us go, like when we go with the Hudsons who are DVC. We've gotten to see the finer things of Disney. And then we've like every once in a while taken a trip without them, and it's not the same. And I feel like I'm treated differently, very peasant like.
Peasants over here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell them I'm not one of them. Like I'm supposed to be.
I belong with them over there
And
who's getting to go in early. But it's like, no, you don't. You belong right where you at.
yeah, so that
And it's like, you right.
yeah
I'm a Disney peasant.
yeah that
Not
that's
today.
that's a thing for me.
Yeah.
So for sure.
No,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah.
I think.
You want to use the mic?
Yeah.
Just ask.
Oh, that was yeah. Thanks. Appreciate you. Thanks for looking out for me.
Yeah, I was being ugly.
I think the pace gets annoying for me. Like I
That's a good one.
feel like.
Like too fast.
Yeah, because like I feel like I could spend.
You were gonna hate my wife at the end of this trip.
Well, no, I don't mind it for a few days. I just wish like if my perfect Disney trip, I feel like I would go for like 3 days or 4 days and just stay in one park. Like literally just hit like sit in Epcot and just go around and
I'm not saying you're wrong.
yeah, and like really take it in. Like
So,
Yeah.
I'm just-
there's this who goes to Disney for like 3 weeks? You know what I mean? It's like yeah.
Well, the price thing again. Like I can't
Again, yeah. No, you're right.
So-
Again.
So, I'm just forewarning you.
Yeah.
My wife, there's a motor that like from rope drop to click the rope back to close the park,
Right.
getting it and don't let up.
Yeah.
And she don't even care if I'm along the ride. She'll leave me.
You're like limping back there, and she's just meow.
Yep. Chafing is
Do
been
it for
real
Dale.
in my life. So you just kind of keep going.
Okay.
So
For me, the lines. It's like I want to ride Rise of the Resistance, but
Today?
I don't want to wait 4 hours. And 2 hours in, it breaks down.
Ooh.
That's not fun.
No.
You know, and it's just like constantly 240 minutes
Yeah.
here and 220 minutes here.
I
It's
never
just
saw
like,
that as a kid.
Lord
Like,
have mercy.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was not a thing. I don't even remember seeing like wait times up over 100 minutes when I
I
was
remember when we
younger.
were kids, like you could like literally get on like even the monorail and it'd be like nobody on.
Nobody.
The conductor would put you up front with them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
now, you're lucky if you can get on with everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it's just like it has become so saturated with people. It's just
Yeah.
like, Lord have mercy, these lines. Sometimes
We might not
It
be
ain't-
saying that though
it ain't
after
worth
this
it.
trip because supposedly it's like down overall, right?
This is gonna. They're right now. They're projecting this to be the lightest Thanksgiving in years since.
Hey,
I mean, COVID.
Great
They
for
don't
us.
count the COVID years, but like even
Yeah.
before COVID. Now, what people are probably watching this going, like, I need to go book tickets. No, don't go book a ticket.
yeah, no, wait
no,
till
don't
2026.
be that person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
God's calling you to go in 2026, 27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
50. Yeah.
At your retirement.
So that's my second one.
so what's your
Okay.
third?
My last one?
Yeah, we'll just go back this way.
Okay. The dadgum skylines.
He don't like them. He's scared
They
of them.
freak me out. I don't like
Okay.
being that high. I don't like when they shake. I don't like when they stop.
Yeah.
And it's like we just sitting there. It's like we're just suspended over air, like we're about to just fall and crack like an egg. Don't like that.
Yeah.
I do not like the skylines.
I like them.
I hate them. That is the form
do you like 'em,
of
Paul?
Disney
Oh, yeah,
transportation.
absolutely.
I don't know. I like. not
I
only do
don't like
them,
the feeling he's talking about.
Yeah,
Though. When you
when I
go
fir-
up,
when I
when it
first
goes
get
up
on
and
it-
goes down, and
Yeah,
you,
when I-
like your stomach drops.
Yeah,
not
that
a fan
part.
of that.
I'm not, but I love them overall. I even love not knowing what character is going to be on the outside of my bucket, like the whole thing. And it's so much easier to get on and off because
Your fried chicken bucket.
yeah, the bucket.
His bucket. He said his bucket.
What would you call it? A gondola? It's actually a gondola. I'm sorry. The character that's on the outside of my gondola.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's my last one. I hate it. And honorable mention, Living with the Land. Go for it.
Wow. Wow.
That is not necessary to be hate that much.
That
It was.
a jab where there wasn't a need for a
Not
jab.
necessary.
One of the things that I hated was during COVID.
Take it.
What? Oh, take the jab. He said, "Take it." I think one of the
You're going to pick something that's no longer a thing?
huh? No, it is still a thing. Like I still am frustrated. I don't really like Ohana. That was all. It has always been top two, maybe number one, my favorite eating experience. And when COVID hit and they changed away from they don't come and saw it off anymore and it's not like fresh, they're putting it in a bowl now and just setting it in front of you. And the price still went up like $15 a head. I have a problem with that. Like I still kind of don't want to support that. That frustrates me because it was like the experience of it was so much better
like the way
before.
you talk about support, like we're supporting like freeing people.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
not
our
supporting this.
our dollar matters. Okay, they're gonna feel that hurt and they're gonna feel my begrudgery.
So here, I feel you on that. Like the experience of like them putting the knife.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this wasn't a real thing, but in my head, they were like stabbing it into the table.
Yeah.
Like-
Like giving you a little hula shake while they were
but it
filleting
wasn't
off.
all that.
Oh,
it
wow.
wasn't. But the noodles are still on point. I'm just gonna say that.
The noodles were added. That's not an original. They didn't have that back in the day.
I don't care. I love them.
Yeah. No, those were a good ad.
So
Yeah.
my third one is a tie between two things. There's an honorable mention I could even give in there, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. I think we'd all agree. I wish that they had better attire for adult men. Like I feel like the hats, like there's always a few shirts I'm like, oh, I like that shirt, but most of the time they're like, I would never wear that. Like it's
Yeah.
too kid driven. Like I'd like to be a little more mature, like simple with the hats.
Or they're also not great manufacturers too. It's just like the quality of the shirt. You're like,
Yeah.
this is a $35 shirt.
Yeah.
And this looks like a $10, $15 Amazon or Walmart shirt.
Yeah.
If that.
The Gilligan.
On
Yeah.
a good day.
Trash.
But so that's my honorable
The Gilligan
mention.
shirts?
The two that are tied for me is when the crowds are up waiting on that bus
Oh.
and then the
Ooh.
bus fills up and pulls off and you didn't get on and you got to wait for the next one.
Mm.
I almost lose my salvation.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that's-
you know what
yeah,
Eric don't
yeah.
like. If you're listening, Eric, we already know what you don't like about the bus. We'll just keep that to ourselves. But we
know. But I had to tell you off air on that one. But I there's nothing worse than you're sitting
Man,
there.
I can't wait.
Because like, tell me you haven't. I know. I don't know if all of us experience this, but I know you have, Paul. Where you wait, bus comes, loads up, you don't get on. You get on the next one, but when you get on, there's no seats, and you got like a kid in your arms, just trying to stand up and balance, and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know that I have Jesus anymore right now. Like I think this is not good for my soul.
No, after you've walked 16,000 steps, 10 miles in one day, that's the last thing you want to be doing.
shoes
Is,
falling apart.
Yeah.
And I'm making this argument like people are like,
Melted.
always let women have the seats. Well, like if you ain't holding a kid, let me sit down.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
Ryan's 85 pounds. Like let me sit down, please.
Yeah.
But and then my tie for that one would be the paper straws. I
Right.
hate a paper straw, like so bad, like to the point where I have started taking my own straws, and then I say it real snarky when they're like, "Would you like a straw?" I'm like, "Nope, got my own. It is plastic." I don't know why I feel that way, but
You might as well just be like, this is going straight up that turtle's nose. Golly.
I'm glad you said nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that's where they get stuck, y'all. So that's what they told us. So that was the only place I was going.
So my last one. So I don't mind like waiting in the lines and things like that, but it drives me insane whenever I'm in line and the person that is right in front of me is not paying attention and they let the line
The old
get
gap.
big old gap in front of them and they just sitting there and they by themselves. They ain't even talking to nobody. They're not doing nothing on the phone, just Facebooking or something. And there's like a big old gap where we could be like moving, like we could be making a couple of steps, you know, kind of make the time go by.
Bro, you
and they just
sound
want to
so
stand right
old
there.
right now.
They just want to stand there. So, but I mean, I
Them
don't
teenagers on their
mind.
phones.
But I don't mind.
Facebooking.
I don't mind being in the line.
Facebooking to a verb.
Golly.
Absolutely. I mean, Facebook and TikTok and
Wow.
on Instagram,
Molly whopping. Just
something.
so I want to be. I want to be clear on this. He is speaking of a real moment. We were in Universal
Yes.
Studios
Yes.
in the King Kong line,
Yes.
and it was two elderly ladies trying to figure out their phones,
Mm.
and the gap would get there, and as old as range could be, go, keep up with the line, space getting big. Like they just yell it out.
that is amazing. I can't see him doing that. I would have.
Oh.
You have
Oh, you haven't experienced range.
when range gets moody.
Hey, I like
They,
it.
you know good
I'll
and well,
help
they exaggerate.
Well, I'll help you.
This
I
is
say, if
not
you
an
need some-
exaggeration.
Yeah. Get
If
on.
Jessica
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
with
When
your
you-
feather on your wing.
Yeah.
What?
There was a
you
feather
get a
on your wing.
feather on your wing. You got to say something.
Normally, you have to pay extra for that.
But the funny part is, every time he would tell him to close the gap, his wife would get mad at him. So it's like by the third or
She
fourth
would,
time,
yeah.
he's like, the dilemma's in his head. Like, I really, really want to say something, but she's gonna get mad. He'd be like,
Making Frankenstein noises.
I got a really good fake cough. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Gets people's attention.
I like that.
That is great.
So this is a good one. But here's the question at hand, and I don't know what adult. So we've talked about all our kids are going on this trip, and Range talks about he don't mind lines, but he ain't done it with the boys at the age they're at now. What parent loses it on their kids in a line first? I feel like you're safe because the compound's not.
Yeah. No,
Nah,
just
if it was-
just
if it
with
was you and
Miles.
you-
Well, yeah, like so it's always our oldest and our youngest that get into it the worst together, and the fact that they won't be there to just stir crap up together, it should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if your whole group was going, I
No.
mean, I feel like the odds are forever in your favor.
Right. No, the prince is going to be there soaking up, basking it by himself. So there's going to be no problems. It's going to be easy.
So the question is, because it really
You
boils
on
down.
the range over there.
Is it Range, Jessica, Xavier, Lauren?
Probably me.
Dang.
Yeah. Probably me.
My boys, they've been on it lately.
Here to elaborate.
No, they just
Wearing you out.
I feel like Jet's gonna get kicked 3 rows over to some new people.
Better be lucky to make it back to the house.
Yeah.
I looked down. I saw him today. He reminds me of Zaza when he's just like snorting and like full sprint, like running, just going.
He up to it. No.
Yeah.
I feel like
with the noises.
straight I can't imagine. Like, let's ask this question right now, Xavier, because I guess when this comes out, we just got back from Guatemala, so we won't get to ask Range then. Range has got all 3 of them by himself for a week. I'm pretty sure Jessica's not coming home to 3 kids.
Dang!
I'm pretty sure we're planning a funeral when we get back from this. Okay, I'm just saying.
This is what best friends are for, y'all.
Yeah. No, I mean that's definitely possible. It's going to be an experience. There's no doubt about that. It's But I think we'll make it. Jessica's a lot more nervous than I am, but so like they've got school and so I've got a break during the day, and after school it's close enough to bedtime. So
He's just trying to make it to bedtime.
Gonna be
just make it to
FaceTiming
bedtime.
us.
That's it.
FaceTime us with
Make it to
shakes.
bedtime and we'll be good.
Range is gonna be 3:00 in the afternoon. All right, heads beds.
Hands in beds.
Heads in beds.
Awesome. Well, this was a great get to know you. So don't forget to tune in with us Wednesday, 2 p.m. podcast, 4 p.m. YouTube. We'll be talking about adoption and Paul and Becca's story. It's going to be an awesome episode. So catch up with us. And the last thing we want to announce is you've seen our first family table. The next one's coming out towards the end of Thanksgiving. So we want you to add more questions. We only got a few questions we didn't get to ask
End of
them.
November.
End of November. What did I say?
You said the end of Thanksgiving. It's like, is it going to come out in the evening of
Yeah, it's like
Thanksgiving?
seven
Black Friday sales drop.
7:57 Thanksgiving night.
Podcast will follow.
But no, my brother-in-law did put some questions out, but it was after we'd already recorded the episode, so we will be asking his, but we have room for more, so feel free to throw some questions out. And some of them were serious, some of them were funny, so we're game for both. So please ask questions for the next family table. But until then, we will see y'all Wednesday on Culture on Tap. This was Culture on Tap, and we're glad you're here with us.
One
See you
more
later,
thing.
guys. One
One more thing. Poco loco, picky dee 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 toco. All right, see y'all later.
Bye-bye.